the President and CEO of Fox Family Channel and the Fox Kids Network, Rich Cronin.
Thank you, thank you. Thank you. It's wonderful to be here in New Orleans. I'm staying at a hotel a few blocks from here, and I decided yesterday for some meetings that I would walk down instead of taking a cab. So I walked down Canal Street, and I noticed an amazing thing. I don't know if you've seen this yet, but almost every store that you pass, whether it's a drugstore, clothing store, whatever, has a sign that says liquor, wine, cold beer. Almost every store, and I knew it was getting too much, and I swear this is true, you can do it yourself. There's a toy store on Canal Street that says liquor, wine, cold beer. So while you're in New Orleans, go pick up a Furby or a Beanie Baby for your kid and get a bottle of Jack Daniels for yourself just for walking around, because that's what New Orleans is all about. Strange place. And so family friendly, I don't know. So Lana, thanks for the introduction. She mentioned that I spent a long time at Nickelodeon. What she didn't mention is that I actually started my career as a broadcaster at WNDU TV in South Bend, Indiana. So it's nice to be back with some broadcasters. She also mentioned my extended vacation, courtesy of my friends at Viacom and Nickelodeon. And the upside of that vacation was that I got to spend a lot of time with my 4 kids and their friends just watching a lot of kids' TV. And I know that all of you have TVs in your offices and at home, and that you watch TV for business and pleasure. But there's nothing like 6 months of watching kids' TV with a bunch of kids to actually get a feeling for the business from the consumer perspective. And it did get to be a bit much after a while. My kids were saying, "Daddy, please stop. We have to do our homework." And I was like, no, this is Daddy's homework now. We're going to keep watching the TV. And we did, and it was a great learning experience. And I think the reality is, if you tried this even just for a few days, is that most kids' programming is a mishmash of mediocre shows, and that there's really this cluttered, loud environment. And it's really no wonder that Nickelodeon, my old alma mater, has built such a loyal following, because it's focused, it's branded, it's consistent, and kids say things like, "I feel like watching a little Nickelodeon." They don't say about a particular program, even though Rugrats is a hit. They just feel like watching Nickelodeon. So the key to Fox Kids' success is to focus our brand to make sure that our programming is consistent, and to create packaging and marketing that reinforces the position and connects with kids on a real deep emotional level. So we're going to build our Fox Kids image. We're going to build our viewer loyalty to the point where more and more kids are saying, "I feel like watching a little Fox Kids," regardless of the programming. Even though we're working on hits, we want them to say that. We want them to say, "Fox Kids is my favorite channel. I love Fox Kids." It's about building a strong brand and about creating hits. And so the first thing I did last July when I started my job was to write this mission, vision, positioning document that we are using as a blueprint for everything that we do. Everything from programming to packaging to marketing. And the key to this document is to clearly define Fox Kids and clearly position the Fox Kids brand as action, adventure, and prankster comedy. This is the key. Fox Kids is action, adventure, and prankster comedy. And this brand position is a natural for Fox Kids. It's part of Fox Kids' heritage, because in the beginning, even before Power Rangers, Fox Kids had X-Men, and X-Men was a strong action show. And our brand position of action, adventure, and prankster comedy is also a perfect fit with Fox Primetime and Fox Sports programming. And in looking at the history of Fox, and I looked at all the ratings from the beginning, it seemed to me that where the network went wrong and where we lost some kids' ratings point, lost some loyal viewers, was when we shifted away from that position. So we have got to stay focused to succeed. So after writing this positioning document and building on it with Hyman and Maureen and other executives, we started using it as a guideline and dove in right away and created a whole new Fox Kids website, which hopefully you've seen, and it's won all kinds of awards. We've completely also revamped our on-air packaging, and we made over the Fox Kids magazine. And all this revamping was about focusing the Fox Kids brand position on action, adventure, and prankster comedy. And I don't know if you remember the old packaging, but I have to say it was a little bit wimpy. It had this little Fox Kids logo riding around on a merry-go-round or on a Ferris wheel, and we trashed that. We hired a new head of on-air, And we created a whole new look with real kids surfing and skateboarding and having water fights. And we did all this new packaging with the same Fox Kids logo. Because I was shocked to find out when I got there that Fox Kids had changed logos 5 times in the past 8 years, which is insanity. I can promise you the Fox Kids logo will not be changing in the future. Anyway, the new on-air packaging looks great. The website is attracting millions of hits. And Fox Kids magazine went from this, let's take a look at an old Fox Kids magazine, just has to be the most butt-ugly magazine cover I've ever seen in my life. I mean, this makes the local penny saver look like quality. It went from this to this. Let's look at the latest. This is the new Fox Kids magazine. We should be all very proud of it. It features the new Power Rangers Lost Galaxy on the cover, and it's a tremendous tool, a great strategic advantage we have with this in 4.5 million homes to promote Fox Kids. So with our renewed focus on action, adventure, and prankster comedy, and our commitment to creative excellence, we have new shows and development production that will help us regain our crown as the #1 network for kids. And there's been a lot of press about kids' viewership, so just to make sure that there are no misunderstandings about the state of kids' viewership, if you look at the PUT levels today, year to year, 97 to 98, kids' viewership of kids' TV is flat. It is the same. It is unchanged. Kids' viewership of kids' TV is as strong as it's ever been. But kids' viewership of non-kids TV, of TV that targets adults, is down. And what you need to understand is that's a good thing for Fox, because we have a competitive advantage by having a strong kids block to promote Fox Primetime, especially now that Fox Primetime has so many great new animated shows. And Fox Kids ratings are up year to year, November 97, November 98, in many key markets. Now, I can't list them all, but let me just highlight 10 of them, because some of the statistics are really dramatic. Fox Kids ratings year to year, for example, are up 7% in Los Angeles, not bad, up 20% in Chicago, even better, up 100% in Jacksonville, now we're talking. In Raleigh, Fox Kids ratings are up 233% versus last year. Cedar Rapids up 250%, Tucson up 263%, Columbus, Tupelo up 275%. And now it really gets interesting. In Fairbanks, Alaska, Fox Kids ratings are up 310% versus last year. So I don't know, it must be the cold weather or something, until I looked at Fox Kids ratings in Gainesville, Florida are up 700%. So maybe it's the hot weather. And finally, the most amazing increase is in Grand Junction, Colorado, who must be sending out subliminal messages, watch Fox Kids. Grand Junction's Fox Kids ratings are up 1,200%. And I want to know, are people from Grand Junction here today, the affiliates from Grand Junction? Because I want to meet with you afterwards and see what your secret is. It's an amazing success. So we have some great success. We have a lot of great programs coming. And to tell you more about those programs, I'd like to turn it over briefly to the Executive Vice President and General Manager of Fox Kids, Maureen Smith. Maureen?
Thank you. I want to apologize up front. I'm a little bit hoarse, but don't think of it as laryngitis. Think of it as I do. The new Fox Kids, more like Fox Prime than ever before. You've just heard some pretty impressive rating stories, and those were just a few of many. So I think it shows that we really are headed in the right direction. But we at Fox Kids know that kids' spot dollars certainly are not in abundance, and many of you need to see more than increased ratings to see increased revenue. So in addition to the sales promotions that we'll continue to offer you throughout the year, I'm pleased to announce today a turnkey opportunity for you to generate revenue in your market on a much grander scale. We're developing a breakthrough traveling tour tentatively called Fox Kids World. You can see it there. We plan to launch it this September and hope to keep it traveling throughout the country for at least the next 2 years. And unlike a typical traveling stage show, this one is truly an interactive experience. And we've designed it so that it can be customized for convention centers and sports arenas, no matter what market size you're in. It features a variety of hands-on, interactive Fox family experiences that all members of the family will enjoy. In fact, it's so jam-packed with fun, we think people will not only spend a few hours there, but the entire day. Best of all, we do all the work. However, If you want to be a more active participant and bring in third-party sponsors and see additional ways we can generate revenue, all of those additional dollars go right back to you. And earlier, I talked about spot dollars. Well, with the situation in mind, we've determined that if you participate, we've budgeted a significant media buy on your stations to let all the viewers in your market know that this big event is coming to town. And to make certain that every kid in your market begs his or her parents to take them to this event. And most importantly, to ensure that nationally we do increase our ratings and regain our #1 position, we're working very hard to keep our lineup fresh and exciting. For example, on February 6th, Fox Kids breaks new ground by airing an all-musical version, an episode of one of our very clever comedy series called Spy Dogs. And this episode not only features the singing of Mickey Dolenz, who you may remember from the Monkees, and he's our hero, Ralph, but even TV's original Batman, Adam West, sings throughout. It's certainly different, but it's something that kids and adults are going to get a real kick out of. Our animated series, Godzilla, has been a tremendous success. In fact, it's this season's #1 new show for kids, and the numbers among boys are absolutely through the roof. But we're Fox Kids, and we're not satisfied with that. So we're turning it up a notch. And on Saturday, February 13th, we're premiering part 1 of a 3-part Godzilla miniseries called Monster Wars. Now, we don't have Rodan or Mothra, nor can Godzilla do battle with a 300-pound tumor. But we do see Godzilla in this miniseries battling mind-controlling aliens, a giant shrieking bat, and all sorts of other disgusting, oozing creatures. It's the ultimate monster showdown, the stuff kids really love. When Rich spoke earlier, he mentioned prankster comedy as part of the Fox Kids brand. And we think Woody Woodpecker, a real class clown type of character, is a perfect fit for our brand and will be a big ratings winner. So with that in mind, we're kicking off our summer schedule with the premiere of the all-new Woody Woodpecker on Saturday, May 1st. In May, we'll also be premiering a brand new animated action-adventure series called The Magician. And it combines 2 of the things kids love most, superheroes and magic. And in our series, our hero, Ace Cooper, uses magic to fight evil, and you should see the way he uses an ordinary deck of playing cards to fight crime. Now, we haven't exactly announced when this is going to air. We know we want to launch it in May and launch it on Saturdays, and then in June, our plan is that when kids get out of school and putt levels for kids are at season high levels because kids aren't in school, we'll slowly then incorporate it into our 3 to 5 p.m. action adventure block. We think we'll deliver some really strong numbers with this. We have a montage, and you're some of the very first people to see it, so let's take a peek at The Magician.
You're the magician, aren't you?
Exactly, Senator.
So you can see the tradition of great action-adventure continues on Fox Kids. On Saturday, May 22nd, we will present what we believe is going to be an incredible sweeps event for you. For on that day, we will broadcast the never-before-seen pilot episode of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. And as an added bonus in this special, we're going to include highlights from the Japanese version of the show, It's pretty hysterical, but based on the numbers we've been seeing for the classic episodes of Power Rangers that we've been running lately, we know this is going to be a big rating success. We also have another on-air event coming up, and it's just next week, and I wanted to highlight it for you. On Saturday, January 30th, the day before the Super Bowl, we're presenting Fox Kids Bowl 99, hosted by Ronnie Lott. And this is actually the payoff to one of our Fox Kids sweepstakes, and it has a really great backstory to it. A young boy named Devin moved into a town just outside of Chicago at about the start of the school year, didn't have any friends, didn't know anybody, had to start all over again at school. Well, within a few weeks after school starts, Devin wins the Fox Kids NFL Ziggin and Zaggin sweepstakes. And suddenly, Devin's the school hero. And he became the hero because he won, NFL superstars came to his school, ate lunch with the kids, and then played in a flag football game with them. And we're not just talking about any NFL stars. We're talking about Brett Favre of the Green Bay Packers, Jerome Bettis of the Pittsburgh Steelers, John Randall of the Minnesota Vikings, and Bobby Ingram of the Chicago Bears. And to make sure that girls were represented, we also invited along Cammie Granato, gold medalist with the U.S. Olympic women's hockey team. Best of all, the winning team got to smash chocolate cream pies in the face of the losers. It was a really fun event, and what we're going to do is present a very unique sports comedy special showing highlights of the day next Saturday from 11:45 Eastern till noon. So let's take a look at some highlights of Fox Kids Bowl 99.
It's a Fox Kids exclusive.
Hi everyone, I'm Ronnie Lott in Los Angeles. Welcome to Fox Kids Bowl 99. Get ready to have some fun because we're teaming up some of the biggest NFL stars with fifth graders from Pritzker School. It's time to kick off the wildest NFL flag football grudge match you've ever seen, where the losing team gets pies in the face.
I want to win. I do not want pie in my face.
Oh, yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Elliot, what do you think? Is Bettis the best quarterback you've worked with so far?
Well, he's almost quite as good as Favre, but I'd have to say Favre is better.
What was that?
All right, the first annual Fox Kids End Zone Dance Contest. He lets it go. Oh, he falls incomplete. And the Blue Blasters, they win the game. Brett Favre is going to get his first. Oh, yucky. There's still some pies left on the table. Ooh, check that out. Fox Kids Bowl 99.
See you there.
Thank you. As you can see, it's a lot of fun, and the players and the kids are going to be promoting this event all morning long, building up to it, as well as promoting the Super Bowl on Fox the next day. So we still have a lot to come this season, and on February 8th, we'll be announcing our new fall schedule in New York, and it's a lineup that I really believe will simply blow you away. And I think Rich has a few comments now before we go.
I just thought it'd be great to show you that Fox Kids Bowl, because we're going to be doing more of that. There's so much more we can do with Fox Kids to drive those kids and their parents to prime time. We really believe we're on the right track with this action-adventure, prankster comedy positioning. And I want you to think about the power of kids in the marketplace. These action-adventure kids are the same ones that are making the movies and video games such huge successes. They're the ones that are making a superstar out of Adam Sandler and making The Waterboy, for God's sake, into a gigantic blockbuster movie. These are the kids that are going to be bringing their moms and dads and older brothers and sisters to the set to watch sporting events on Fox. These are the ones that have helped make Simpsons such a big hit. and that will make the PJs, and have made King of the Hill, make the PJs and Family Guy and Futurama and even the Egypt special really big successes. We all know that Fox's primetime success is based on being a young, hip brand for a young audience. And you should remember that Fox Kids is the entry point into the Fox brand, and that it's a fantastic tool for bringing young viewers to prime time. We should all get down on our knees and thank God that we are not CBS, with a dying audience and a brand that kids have absolutely no interest in. No child ever says, "I feel like watching a little CBS." Never. No child wants to wear a CBS t-shirt or a CBS hat. You couldn't pay them to do it. And the kids are the future, and kids love Fox. And we think, with the Fox Kids brand on track, that Fox's future is very bright. And we've got a focused brand, we've got new shows, we've got a great team of people that are going to get us there. And speaking of great people, Haim Saban, our fearless leader, and Maureen Smith and I are proud to announce today that we have just named the best young creative person in the company to be the new head of Fox Kids programming. This is a man that developed some of our top action, adventure, and prankster comedy shows, from early hits like Batman and Robin, to Eek the Cat, to Bobby's World, to Mad Jack the Pirate, to the #1 new animated show on kids' TV, Godzilla. We just want to bring him out and have him say hello. Please welcome Fox Kids' brand new Vice President and Head of Programming, Mr. Roland Poindexter. Roland, come on out and say hello.
Thank you. Hi, I just wanted to come out and say hello to everybody and assure you that me and my staff are primed, we're ready, we're pumped. We are going to take Fox Kids and regain our rightful position as the #1 kids network. So I just want you all to have a good day, and I'll see you soon.
Thanks, Roland.
Thanks, Mitch.
That's great. We're going to close now with just a little glimpse at the new Power Rangers. And I want you to keep this in mind, Power Rangers Lost Galaxy. There's a lot of excitement this year about the new Star Wars movie. But remember, it's only available in movie theaters. The closest thing to Star Wars on TV, the one show that kids will look to for their intergalactic action-adventure fix, is Power Rangers Lost Galaxy, and it's only on Fox Kids. So check it out, and thanks so much for watching. We're looking forward to a great year. Thank you.
At a time when peace reigns throughout the galaxy, a space colony prepares to embark on a new quest. But in a parallel dimension, evil lies waiting. On February 6th, these two worlds collide. Journey beyond time, beyond space. Premiering Saturday, February 6th on Fox Kids.
I think I'm going to have to hook up with Maureen and Roland. I just got an idea for a special. The slime meets the 300-pound tumor. We'll be running that in the May sweeps if we can get the rights.